Hello, I'm Jim Mathis, and welcome to Jim's Coffee House. For the next few minutes, I'm going to play some old songs, some original songs, and maybe some brand new songs. So have a cup of coffee and hang on. This first song is a really old song. After the Civil War, there was a lot of wild cows in West Texas. And at the same time, there was a beef shortage back east, so some enterprising Texans decided to round up all the cows they could find and drive them north through Indian Territory to the railroads in Kansas, and places like Dodge City and Abilene. And identified several trails. One of them is the old Chisolm Trail. That's what the song's about. Come around, boys, let me tell you a tale. Let me tell you my troubles on the old Chisolm Trail with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee-yippee and a tie-yi-yippee. Well, they started up the trail October 23rd and started up the trail with a two-you herd with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee and a tie-yi-yippee. Well, a $10 horse and a $40 saddle, I'm a-riding and a-roping and punching Texas cattle with a wide right lick-a-lick-a-tie-lick-a-yee and a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-yee. Well, it's up every morning before daylight, before I sleep the moon will shine bright with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee-yee and a tie-yi-yippee-yee. Well, speaking in the beans most every day, I'd just as soon be eating prairie hay with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee-yee and a tie-yi-yippee-yee. Well, cloudy in the west and looks like rain. Darn those stickers in a wagon again with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee-yee and a tie-yi-yippee-yee. Well, the rain began to fall, the rain began to blow. We'll look for sure like we're going to lose them all with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee-yee and a tie-yi-yippee-yee. So I jumped on my horse and I got him on the run. I'm a discerned cowboy that ever was born with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee-yee and a tie-yi-yippee-yee. Well, they finally made Kansas and loaded them in the cars. That was the end of the 2U bars with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee-yee and a tie-yi-yippee-yee. So I went to the boss and drawed my roll. The boss had me figure $9 in the hole with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee-yee and a tie-yi-yippee-yee. So me and the boss, we had a little spat. I hit him in the face with my 10-gallon hat with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee-yee and a tie-yi-yippee-yee. Gonna sell my horse and I sell my saddle. I swear by God, never open another cow with a tie-yi-yippee-yippee-tie-yippee-yee and a tie-yi-yippee-yee. So I sold my horse and I bought me a plow. You know, I never cared that much for beef anyhow with a tie-yi-yippee-yee, tie-yi-yippee, tie-yi-yippee. Actually, when the cowboys made it to Kansas and got the cows all loaded on the trains, on the rails, the cars, they'd go into town and get dutied up. New hat, new boots, new set of clothes. That's how Kansas happened to be the birthplace of the cowboy boots. Rumor has it that the first cowboy boots were made by a guy named C.H. Heyer. I thought that required a song. I became acquainted with the Heyer family recently and heard the story. So I wrote this song about it. I know this is a true story because I made it up myself. In 1875, a cowboy rode into town. He rode into a Kansas town to have a look around. In 1875, a cowboy rode into town. He rode into a Kansas town to have a look around. Said I fought at a U2 herd up the old Chisolm Trail. And I tell you boys, it ain't no fun. In fact, it was hell. I fought at a U2 herd up the old Chisolm Trail. And I tell you boys, it ain't no fun. In fact, it was hell. So we walked into a cobbler's shop and this is what he said. I got an idea for boots up here in my head. He got an idea for boots here up here in my head. He walked into a cobbler's shop and this is what he said. My boots would fit in the stirrups better, they had pointy toes, and higher heels would keep them there wherever I should go. My boots would fit in the stirrups better, they had pointy toes, and higher heels would keep them there wherever I should go. So Hire went to work at his old cobbler's bench. That cowboy's idea sure made a lot of sense. Hire went to work at his old cobbler's bench. That cowboy's idea sure made a lot of sense. Now the boots he made that day turned the world upside down. As that cowboy walked out the door and headed out of town, the boots he made that day turned the world upside down. As that cowboy walked out the door and headed out of town. And asked my friends how Kansas gave Texas the boot. The day C.H. Hire made the first cowboy boots. And asked my friends how Kansas gave Texas the boot. The day C.H. Hire made the first cowboy boots.
A special guest today are Bob and Theresa Kaat-Wohlert. Bob and Theresa and I played in a band years ago called Sky Blue. Been good friends ever since. They're going to do us an old song by another friend of ours named Randy Davenport called "Oh Devil."
saved me, and he made me whole. Set my feet on solid rock, put a new song down in my soul.
Here's an old gospel song by Martha Carson called I'm Satisfied. I hope you enjoy it. Satisfied. I've got that old-time religion, got that old-time religion. That is why I'm satisfied. You ask if I'm happy, if I have a peace within, if I'm worried about tomorrow when I reach my journey's end. Am I satisfied with my Jesus when he knocks? I'm gonna let him in. He'll go with me through the valley, for I know he's my friend. I'm satisfied, satisfied. No trouble will ever get me down. When my eyes are closed at death with my Jesus up at rest, then you'll know I'm satisfied. If my friends all forsake me and they turn from my door, and they sow no seeds of kindness, break the thorns round my path grow, it won't matter over yonder when I reach that other shore. I'm gonna sit down by my Jesus, satisfied forevermore. I'm satisfied, satisfied. No trouble will ever get me down. My eyes are closed at death with my Jesus up at rest, and you'll know I'm satisfied. I got that old-time religion, got that old-time religion. That is why I'm satisfied. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Jim's Coffee House. We'll be posting new episodes every few weeks, so be sure and check that subscribe button, maybe a like if you liked us, and tune back in. We'll have more shows coming up in every few weeks, so stay tuned. Thanks.